didn't even count down! Welcome back to Nat19! Fake Solar Shadow! We're a serious game that deals with serious issues! Welcome to Session 77! Or should I say Serious 77? Which sounds like series, which doesn't work. So that sorta can be misconstrued. Campaign 2! Everybody, I'ma find out who's gonna fucking do our recap! D6 go! It's gonna be Deco!
Cute things happened.
Inspiration!
Sterling, quick, turn into Berserker.
Yeah, man. I'll do it. Pops out the tail and nothing else. So
first turn is Boozle. Boozle killing jokes. We all fail. We all lie.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Now it's my turn. Alrighty. I'm just gonna do some Eldritch Blast at him.
All right, go for it.
All right, 4 beams coming at you. Hiya!
That hits.
Die.
You do damage.
Hiya!
That's a hit.
I assume. Okay. Die.
That's a second damage. You do another 8 to him. That one's a hit.
Oh,
Die.
Wow. I mean,
last one. Damn it!
well, that just goes. Then that just goes off in.
No!
That just goes off in another direction. David Dern, if you wanted my attention, you could have had it. You don't have to be so aggressive.
I thought it was the only way to get your attention. I'm sorry.
I'm watching this motherfucker.
On to you, Boozle. You step off my woman.
On my second attack, I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Kerplow.
That's
nice!
a critical hit.
Oh, that's a really good attack.
Roll your damage.
Doing it. Oh,
Hiya!
Holy shit!
Jesus. We really gotta focus Boozle, I think, before he uses some sort of killing joke.
Some
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, let's do that. Okay.
fucking you blast him. You blow up one of his arms entirely, which is just gone. All that's left is like the wrist and hand, which are floating. And he like looks at it. How good. I was starting to put on a little bit of weight. I'm glad to slim down. Hey, Sterling, what up?
Sterling, run.
Hey,
become Berserker.
Sterling, I need you to get out of here, boy.
Get inside, my boy.
Like, please.
It's
Yep.
not
No,
safe
no,
for you.
absolutely, no problem. I can do that. He turns and he's going to go back into the mansion, which would still be there. I'll just, I don't have anything. I might be out of my element. I'm just going to step out of your way and.
Sterling, get inside!
All right, there we go.
Get to safety.
You're all beautiful. He's gone. So what I was gonna
know.
say, what I want this to be, fucking out there, is if you had a scope on your gun, if you had aimed the scope at him, I was gonna say that as soon as he's in the scope, he's turned around waving his butt at you. But if you would move the scope away, he's just standing normally. Only in the scope is he doing that.
Oh, I love him.
Why is he so Looney Tunes?
I should add a scope to this thing.
Puts a scope on. I feel it necessary.
Oh. Fuck
He's just-
Boozle.
Yogi's floating over there like, okay. Yeah, you fired at him, it hits him. Ah! Well, I'm speechless.
Yeah.
Frankly, this is a betrayal beyond words.
You're speechless, then shut up.
Throw it, it explodes. As it explodes, it lets out this magical burst, and as you guys hear like a and then the sound of the explosion cuts off instantly as the silence spell gets louder. Gets wider than the radius of the sound. The silence spell gets louder! That's what it secretly is. Isla's voice screaming over whatever is in it.
It's just Isla laughing continuously.
As
Jesus.
it explodes, this mist is left. As it explodes, this mist is left from the acid, and once it clears, you see that some of Boozle's clothes have been melted, and he's making a series of gestures, like flicking it off of himself. You see his teeth chattering. He puts his hand up and he like straightens where a tie would be, and like makes himself clean. And then you see him go through the motions, going ah, but you just see him fucking do the motion because you can't hear it.
What's that? Sorry, can't.
What?
What?
We
Can't hear you. We can't. If you're doing a thing, we can't hear you.
He
Can't hear the thing you're doing.
He points
That's
down at
very
you.
funny.
He points down
she
at you,
flips him off.
spins the rod in the air, takes his remaining floating hand, takes his other arm off the socket, points at you, and then it waves at you like, "Nya nya," while he's still chattering away, then puts it back. You're just missing everything he says. He doesn't seem to care that he's silenced.
All right. That's fine. You can't kill a joke, so fuck you.
Who says that his jokes are for you? All right. Now it's the Suzume's turn.
Suzume, help.
The Suzume has a couple
help him.
has a couple features. So
The Susan
her
has a
her
couple
blood
pages.
finishes, or her sword finishes drinking in the blood that she took off of her own body previously. As it does, you see it glow briefly, and you guys see this distortion appear behind her. And you guys see this flicker of bluish fire appear behind her and then expand out, and what looks like armor plating begins winding around it in a vaguely humanoid shape until this is behind her.
Other Gisei!
Shit.
Wow.
What
What is that?
It's like a stand or something. It's so cool.
I was on record!
Look like a stand.
I went on
You did
record!
it. He was the first one.
He was
Yeah,
the
you
first
called it.
one! You predictable bitch!
first-
Your chances of winning! That's the joke. As he
Got
says
him.
this,
Fucking got him.
he like goes
Can I-
home and like takes makeup off his skull face and just takes his hat off and looks in the mirror. You're a fucking joke. So, killing joke. Wisdom save!
Oh, neat.
Oh,
Nice, Nat 20,
Alright.
David.
Suzume. Come on.
Susan may be unaffected. So, Diane, you are prone and incapacitated, which I really should have just tied together into one effect, but whatever. Yes, it wasn't set up very well, I suppose. Maybe I should have. And then Diane bursts out laughing. I was like, oh, she gets it. Ha ha! Your chances of winning! That's the joke.
Oh my gosh.
Shut up, Boozle.
My boy Boozle is going to make a series of attacks with the tentacle rod that he has.
The tentacle rod.
Don't tentacle. Don't tentacle.
That's a
Fucking
that's a name
filthy.
for a thing.
He attacks Mal. The first one misses. The second one also misses. The final one misses. He attacks three very long
That's
tentacles.
for weebs.
Well, that's fair. Well, that's it for me. And falls backwards.
Man, don't let me cast silence on you, okay?
Your turn, David.
I think that might have been it. Yeah.
I swear to God.
I never laugh.
I'm gonna kill her.
Okay, and then I will bonus action healing lights Diane. Some.
Aww.
Hell yeah.
I heard that hesitation in your voice.
Yeah,
I
right.
appreciate it.
Ridiculous.
That was hard for you to say.
He doesn't want to be doing it, and you know it. Yeah, those 2 1s and a 2 fucking prove how much you care.
Didn't do anything.
She's taking it on the she's taking it on the chin.
Fucking
I don't like the fact that tentacles just happen.
Just heckin'. As you look down, you definitely see Boozle on the other side, just in a snowbank, moving his arms, making a snow angel, just being like, he like looks up. Oh!
That means he's prone.
He exists in a state of quantum uncertainty. He's not. He can be on the ground and not prone.
That's
So-
good because range attacks are.
So I'm gonna dash.
Okay.
I'm going to make it to Boozle.
As you come down, as you rush towards him, he suddenly starts like what you think initially is him like rushing to get up. He's like, "Oh, I've got to get out of here!" And then you see him very quickly begin like flailing his arms, trying harder to make his snow angel. "Oh, I gotta get out of here!" And then as you get
On my
there, he's
way
like,
down.
and then as you get to him, he gets up.
Oh, that's way
Nice. That's pretty good.
That is
my
pretty
God.
good. All right, you do that additional damage to him, and how do you want to do this?
Hell yeah!
I see him down there. I
Thank
see him
you.
down there making a snow angel. I remember all the times he's fucked us. He's killing joked us. He's done all these things. Malaclips just sees red, and instead of running down the side, he just dives off of the As he gets down to the snowbank, hoping the snowbank will catch his fall, who's to say? He takes the blade, and he's going to attempt to slice it into Boozle's mouth, which he's a skeleton, so it doesn't actually kill him or hurt him in any way. Because his mouth just open, it's just there, it's just the sword is there. And as he's doing the snow angel, it wasn't funny. And then he swipes back, beheading him.
Alright.
Oh.
Cut his head off. A large chunk of his skull is ripped out by you doing this. As you do that, his body like falls to pieces. The blade keeps the remains of the skull like on it briefly, but you see that the skull's burning in contact with the blade. And just as it begins to crumble away properly, you just see the teeth, what remains of the jaw, begin to chatter. Well, I suppose that's it for me. It's been great. I wish I could say I'd be here all week, but unfortunately I'm going to have to mosey along. However, from one upstanding chap to another, may I warn you, Quantavius has already taken the Grail. You'll find getting to the church impossible, but he's already there, waiting. So good luck trying to get your hands on it. It's been fun! So as you do this, there's a sudden surge.
I know where this is going.
There's suddenly, Ian, you're pushed back as some large invisible mass of flesh comes down and grabs Diane and lifts her up into the air.
I mean, to be fair, at least we know where it's at now.
Thanks for saving me, Ian.
Instantly devoured.
So,
Quick, play your violin.
you are lifted up into the air. You're going to take 2d8 acid
$1,000
damage.
to cast.
And you are going to be pulled 45 feet into the air over here, and you are restrained. It's invisible. It's all from its body. It's burning her. All right? It's legitimately, it would make less sense for it to be there's just acid.
Uh-huh.
Grapple.
Okay.
Like I need to go out of my way to make jokes about Diane being fucking scandalous. Every time there's water, anytime there's water anywhere, you guys are like, yeah, she's wearing a white shirt. Like, come on!
I'm all wet.
Oh my god, Byoki, mother of decay.
Diane.
Her damage type might be seen as indecent. No.
Dimension door to the door of the mansion. Go have a bath.
You've opened this up to fucking next time something remotely inconvenient happens in your game, I'm gonna be like, why didn't you change the damage type, buddy? I mean, sure, the book says the red dragon breathes fire, but I mean, does it have to, buddy?
I just want to get hentai by a green dragon, man.
Do you? Weirdo. Isla, you are going to take 2d8 acid damage. Your clothes completely dissolve. There's nothing left of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alright. That's fair.
I didn't need to
Sorsha's
see
also
that.
there now.
Sorsha's here. Oh no, Sorsha's also been affected by the
almost
acid.
everybody's seen this.
Oh no, Sun Archer's shown up and has also lost her clothes.
It would only be worse if, oh no, both Ryder and Suzume are also there and helpless, and you have
Oh no!
No, I can wait to describe what happens to you. Go ahead.
I know. No, I'm not doing anything.
I'm a sassy DM today. Don't fuck with me.
I'm not doing anything. Izzy's the one who's talking.
I heard your voice in there.
Makes me feel bad for Izzy talking. I'll kill you. She did it. She saved you. You're welcome. What?
Despite your best efforts,
so
So
David,
what can
she
I
still saved
say
you.
except cloud of blood disperses? You're welcome.
I'm sorry. I'll turn it.
So wait, she Nat20 looking at it, Lancer Nat20 looking at it. This thing just can't hide, can it?
You're right. Like, damn.
It's like bigger than the building. It's having trouble.
It's like
I'm so invisible!
Godzilla being invisible just stomping through a city.
Did
Roll
you know
your
your mother probably thinks you're the worst?
Oh shit.
tear drips out of mask.
What do you think? She wanted her son to be some pathetic demon that picks on little boys like Ian down there.
Fucking your mother thinks you're the worst. It
Damn.
looks up at you, looks over to where Byoki is, looks back.
Really, Mom?
No, I think that you're perfectly fine the way you are.
Ah, thanks, Mom.
Grabs Diane with a tentacle, throws her away.
You leave my son alone!
Other kids can be so mean. Diane, you're down.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone else, you're relatively okay.
Does she fall
Okay,
off the
alright.
wall?
Does she fall off the wall?
Oh yeah,
Logan,
you would not,
Logan,
you wouldn't be able to
Logan,
balance.
haven't you done enough?
No.
If she falls, can I catch her?
Oh, that's really sweet. If she falls, can you
Let me
catch
fall the
her?
other way. Can I?
So, oh my god!
And have him catch
Red!
you? Are you fucking serious?
I can hear you if I catch you.
I'm going.
Everyone, calm down.
Nice.
Can you calm down? You catch her and prevent any excruciating damage, but just I can't rationalize around that not causing one death save fail.
That's fine.
Oh.
She doesn't snap her neck on the ground though. She doesn't Mary Jane this.
Thank
Yeah,
goodness.
that's good. That's good.
She,
Also, that was Gwen Stacy. You
That's
fucking
Gwen
Oh,
Stacy.
sorry.
but whatever.
She doesn't Spider-Man's girlfriend this.
There's a lot of Spider-Man
There's a
girlfriends.
lot of Spider-Man girlfriends.
And they
So many
all
Spooderman girls.
and every single one of them broke their neck in the same scene at the same time.
He's like, why are you doing this?
Choose Spider-Man! Drops one of them. She dies like, no! Fucking next tower over, drops another. Choose Spider-Man!
Healing Light Diane.
Aww.
Boo.
How, how nice.
God.
It still would have. What?
Are you kidding me?
I don't know if you know how this game works.
Miyoki's gonna just go ahead and take a legendary action real quick.
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Attack Diane.
Leave me alone. Specifically, Diane.
Diane, roll an acrobatics or athletics check.
I just don't
When did
feel
she
I'm
use-
going to say something mean to it.
When did she use her
When
last?
did she use cutting words to save Ian?
Oh, I don't think she's had a turn since then, you're right.
Oh, shit.
This is fine. It's, okay.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so yeah. So, if you
Sabotaging
want...
Spencer.
If you want...
I'm just trying to make the game
No,
fair.
if that's...
I just want to play by the rules, man.
Sack of garbage.
That's okay.
This whole
That's
session
me and
just be-
Strahd and Tomb. I get that.
Stay the hell away from me, you Lovecraftian fucker.
Got him.
Guys, it's
tried.
been fun
I tried to
playing
help
with
you.
guys.
I
I
tried.
enjoyed playing with you guys on Saturdays.
It's okay. You got school.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
It's like, all right, Diane, you're on your own from here on. So Ian, as you are rushing off that way, as you
Hi,
pass
bro.
by David, you feel something large glop onto your back and like suction cup / bind you, and you are lifted back into the air the other way.
Oh, here I go.
You take 2d8 acid damage, your clothes are singeing somewhat, and you are lifted into the air over here I go. You're like, all right, Diane, you're on your own from here, and then you take off, and then she's just staring up, and she just sees you fly backwards over, like, Diane, help!
So,
Goodbye, Diane!
Prana burst.
Alright. Okay.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
God, nice.
It is-
Dude.
You unleash your Prana Burst, dealing 43 damage to it with that attack. Like, you grab onto it, you grab onto, like, the humanoid section of it and begin attacking it from a more advantageous position. You are impressed, Lancer, that despite that, this thing is still maintaining concentration.
Jeez.
Hashtag +16 con save. Suzume is going to begin running along. She's going to leap across the wall there and then start running this way. She can get as far as this. 60, 10 plus 20 slashing damage. Coming at ya, Byoka. Bam, and invisibility ends.
Yay!
Right when I cast True Seeing? Are you fucking serious? God damn it!
Now you can see its pores.
You just come out to the side. You come out to the side and you just point up. Guys, it's right there.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Over it with my special eyes!
Yes.
Fucking Christ.
Good job, Violet.
Oh my god. Bullshit.
Oh, Its turn.
Right.
Oh no!
It casts invisibility again.
I guess
Fucking doesn't.
invisibility. Does it?
It's
Does
going
it?
to
Here, wait,
move.
come on.
It is not. It is grappled, but Lancer, I think you'd agree with me, Aaron, that given your size, you're not stopping its movement really.
No.
Everybody, get ready for this.
Nah.
Boof.
Oh,
Yay!
Bye.
I got a Nat 19!
Also, so many 19s.
Bye,
Do we get inspiration?
Is that?
Bye, everybody!
Isla, gain an inspiration. David, gain an inspiration.
Hooray!
Do I gain one?
No, because that was
advantage.
with
No.
advantage.
Yay!
Can I have an
I-
inspiration?
In fact, this only hits Ian.
I mean, I am grappled. Sense to me.
Just a point blank fucking.
He's like at the point where it spews out. He's like, "Bah!"
That's fucking
Taking the
horrifying.
brunt of the damage.
You take
Oh god!
you take 68
Oh.
damage, Ian.
Damn it! Why wasn't it 69? Damn it!
Damn it!
What's going on? Oh god!
Oh,
Ian, you look so bad up there!
oh,
She's gonna put like one hand over her ear, like, oh my god.
If you're crying, I can't hear you!
I am.
What?
Are those
I
tears?
said I am.
We know your name.
What?
No, I said I am. Not
What?
Ian. I said not Ian.
Not making any sense right now. I'm gonna heal you. And I'm gonna heal him.
Oh.
That's so fucking sweet.
Ian, you've lost your voice. I'm going to heal you.
Oh no, the madness is making mute again. Thank you, my good boy.
Oh.
I said thank you.
Jesus
I love this
you,
game.
guys.
Deco,
Yeah, what's up?
is there a button for this? So what I want you to do is go click the plus minus thing
Okay.
on modifiers. Have you clicked it?
Yes, I have.
Click max and roll your damage.
Oh. Deco!
Deco, you gonna kill this fucking thing?
How do you want to do this?
Unload, boy! Deco, this is bullshit!
Let us kill some things.
I frankly do not care.
Bullshit!
Did we do it?
Yes!
Oh,
I
cool!
think so.
What? I don't think Ian looks very good. We should check up on him.
He's fine.
What?
Tally ho!
He's so
that.
cute.
Hi-oh.
You're so cute. Oh my god, I
Oi.
like that. I picked
Oi,
the
stop.
wrong way. And I'm getting.
Hey.
I'm totally getting.
Shit, you're just gonna take that, David? My God.
Really?
What am I supposed to do
Like,
here?
what? You want it? You like, really? Like right now? You want to try to fucking start that? Oof.
We're not in an anti
People aren't tired of misogyny yet. I've got to get this in while I can. Before it becomes
Carry
suddenly
my
not okay.
things. The sex stops if you don't carry my things. Oh my god.
Sterling picks up a snowball and throws it where Isla walked through, and then you just hear a ah!
Who the fuck
From
did
Isla.
that? David did it.
What?
Oh, what do you know?
I'm already mad at him, so like I can't get madder at him. I don't know.
Not at me. What did I do?
You don't see the thing that everybody else sees.
What?
The thing that happened to me, remember? The mutation thing. Yeah, I'm still mad.
Oh,
for not-
nobody can see. Oh, whatever.
Someone,
Just a hand
Suzume,
reaches
drags
through.
Malaclips kicking and screaming through the mountain.
Oh, you love it.
No, no!
Lance,
You seem sad today. Are you alright?
I'm fucking tired.
you guys should see this large, glowing, Starcraftian, like, effectively Stargate in front of you.
Oh. I'm not going in there.
You guys take whatever formation you want to take. You guys see down at the end of this hallway, you see... I gotta reveal a little bit more of the map, sorry. You guys see down there is what looks like, from where you can see, there seems to be a pool of water. And there is a figure in a robe standing with its back to the lot of you. It's a very tall looking figure, there's 2 torches on its side. You hear in your heads, approach.
You'll hear that? You'll just hear that in your head?
Yup.
Nope.
Hiding, so might as well just go forward.
Yeah, well.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Off to your right, you guys see the hallway ends, and there are 2 more, looks like 2 places that split off in different directions at the end of that hallway. As you pass by, there are 2 robed figures again conversing with one another. You can see visibly their faces.
Oh!
What?
These
What?
Great!
What the fucking
Mind
fuck?
flares!
Oh! Fucking what?
Oh, we're screwed.
Would we have any sort of knowledge of what these things are?
Roll me history, and only those that are familiar with mage culture, roll me history. The servants,
No,
don't even
I
roll.
don't know anything from monster knowledge and shit.
no.
Look at that spin, boy.
Fucking Ian sees them,
Hell
fucking
yeah.
screen zooms in on his face, fucking bars come down to frame it. Mind flares. Just gonna outline a thing here real quick. Give me a sec while I reveal a chunk of the map to y'all.
Get out of here, Moltcon. Kashal.
Oh shit, he's got 3 names.
Oh.
3
And he's a
powerful
servant of-
names.
Yavra Zelbich.
Not Yadra Zelv.
Not Yavra Zelbich.
Not
Not you. Uh-oh.
Not you.
Not.
Redacted.
Redacted.
Again, I just kind of wave to them as we go by, like, hey.
Why do they all have names, Logan?
Logan, please.
Logan, they all have names.
There's so many.
They do. They all have names.
Please.
They're all named characters.
Logan.
Fucking they all fucking they look at humans. They're watching humans like from their fucking like scrying. They're like, why do they all have names? Fucking they look at you. One is like, we will allow them to enter. One of them's like, but they all have names.
Get up here, Diane.
I don't want
Diane, get over your fucking dying thing and get your goddamn head in the game, okay? This is bad.
Yeah, safety in numbers at the very least. We're screwed in any case. We're so
Safety in numbers, and it'll make it easier for area of effect attacks to hit us. That's fine.
Yep.
Exactly.
I get it.
As you guys come closer, that one regards the lot of you, looks to you with its gross face. I am Moltcon. I expected we'd be getting visitors soon. I assume you have come here to try to put an end to something you don't understand.
Okay.
We know who all of you are.
Oh,
That's good.
that's fine.
Those who killed Audric.
Yeah.
No. Daddy hate me.
No, I killed him with my own hands. I'll take credit for that.
Just wheel
my
around
God.
and punch David in the face. Shut the fuck up.
Welcome to the temple of Yazrazelv. What are your plans exactly?
Do you know of, Dragonborn?
Yes. Jean Bisset. You speak of Yormir. He is here.
Would you mind if Would you mind if you returned him to me? He's a member of my group, the Incinerators.
Your mirror is a trophy of Audric that was passed to us to care for, and we shall be keeping him.
But Aldrich's dead.
Indeed.
He has no need of trophies.
But we have need of specimens, feeding, experimentation, amusement. Surely you came here to try to finish off any loose ends. Perhaps that moon had convinced you to come here, but things don't need to go that way. We had made a deal with Audric. He beseeched us long ago, requested our aid, a career, the death of enemies. We could offer services to you as well. You may have killed him, but we held no love for Loring.
And what do you gain from that?
Whatever we ask. If you wish to fight, we are capable. Our Lord, perhaps that's the word that you would understand, would be more than willing to meet with you if that is what you want. But I don't see why that is necessary. Curing a disease. That is simple work for us, David.
I have my own means of curing said disease.
Looks over to the twins.
Containing the influence of a demon. An equally simple task.
Looks to Diane.
Delivering the head of an enemy.
Looks to Malaclips.
The return of a friend. All simple. If you will work with us and take Audric's place, we seek the collection of humans of varying intelligence, of food, sacrifices to our Lord. In return, we offered Audric power and influence. We consumed his enemies, and our Lord acted as a conduit that gave him the ability to control animals he subjugated, constructed for him armor and weapons. We could do the same for you. Hunt those we ask you to hunt. Deliver us the brains and heads of your enemies, and we will give you anything.
You seem to know a lot about us.
We have been watching the war and all of those in it.
And what if we refuse?
That's up to you. You may leave, or...
He raises his arms and puts them out to all the mind flares around him.
we will defend our temple.
Did you watch Crystal?
I'm sorry you're cutting out. Your connection is... Oh,
shit.
He dropped. There, but you'll have to reconnect.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. One sec, I want to do a thing.
While Aldrich was still around.
Yes. Wait, that's too big. One sec. Alright, there. That's better. Now I'm in your head. Sorry, what was the question?
Did you watch while Aldrich was still around?
We did our best, yes.
Then you must have already saw what I did for 2 lives. Against something much more terrifying than you.
Sean!
Come on, man!
They just told me to sacrifice people to them!
I know, and we were like hard pass, but fuck, man, don't piss them off!
I'm pissing them off.
I'll kill you, Nico!
So...
I'll walk up next to John here.
Oh god.
I'll look at him. I'll like put my hand on his shoulder. I'll look at him, give him like a "we doing this" look.
Stop!
He'll give a smile toward David. He'll give a smile toward David, and then a smile toward Ian.
I can't.
Ian like tries to give you like a yeah, we doing this, but he just looks like he's shitting himself.
You guys,
I was just
you guys can
looking
leave
back
if
at
you want.
each of you like, what are you? No, what are we? No, what?
You guys can
no.
leave if you want. He goes and draws the blade.
Oh, no.
Well,
This is where I actually
This is it.
die, guys.
this is where I actually die.
This is where we all die.
This is
Names
gonna be
my
fun!
players!
God damn you to hell.
After hearing what he just heard, there's no way he can leave.
I get that.
I know, but we're still gonna die.
Yeah, I can't wait.
The decision is made then. How unfortunate.
They all begin to move in on you. You guys notice that down the hall there seems to be a procession of them also coming from back there.
Yay!
At least we're dying together.
Speak for yourself, I'm dying over here.
Fuck you, Lancer. I don't give a shit about you. No, I'm kidding.
And he comes up,
He'll be fine. He's got
puts one of
foresight
his
on.
he puts one of his hands onto his head, and then takes it off, puts them both together, and puts their hands forward, and just wave of psychic energy blasts forward. You're taking some psychic damage, and just you're also stunned.
Oh, the ladies,
Oh, no.
fucking sexist ass monsters here. It's all fucking patriarchy to me. It's all I'm goddamn saying.
Suzume is hella not incapacitated. Suzume is gonna turn
come up, girl.
around. She's gonna turn around and be like, all of you. She's going to summon her blade. She's going to immediately give it 4 HD so she doesn't have to worry about ongoing damage. Immediately she summons up the demon of her sword behind her, and she is going to jump forward, and she's going to go for some attacks. Here she goes. Attack number 1. Here it is. Here we go. That's a hit.
That boy who's not in a proper space.
It's true. It's okay.
How dare he deserves
She
to die. for
she
such
gets
things.
2 1s on the damage roll, dealing 14 damage. Suzume.
Suzume!
Goes for another attack. Hits. Take this.
Suzume.
Take this, Cogrek. That's attack number 2.
Fuck you, Congress.
22
This is the
damage.
random behind us guy.
Attack number 3 is a hit. Nah. Does extra damage now because he's more than bloodied. He is dead, so she leaps
Nice.
forward. Cuts off, like, with each slash, cuts off an arm each, and then just bisects him down the middle. She has 1 attack left, and Bloodlust is gonna come into play, so boop. Boop. Alright. Goodbye, Cogrek. Going to lunge forward. She's gonna get to here. She's also gonna be on an illegal space. She's going to go with her last of her normal attacks against this boy. Gonna drop a 1. Good job, Suzume. Hit. She's into her Bloodlust attacks. She goes for another hit. Gets a critical. Erotia Sumat is destroyed.
So
She's going to
fucking
turn
dead.
her remaining 3 attacks over to this boy.
Get fucked, that boy.
Boof.
Maybe we'll
See,
be
Her and
I
her
don't
guardian.
even need a
she got a
fireball.
critical
She's got
hit.
this.
She got a critical hit. Do you want her to use Red Overedge?
I mean, this might be a good one.
Do it.
Yeah, this might be a good one.
Let's do this, Sammy.
She turns, her and her guardian demon both gather up this red energy on their blade. They attack.
Oh.
That one is dead. She rolls out the servant thing. They're just... The critical was she can make another attack, including multi-attack against creatures within reach.
Oh my god!
I mean, when she said at the beginning, all
Just
of
a
you, we didn't
tornado
actually
of
think all of
blades
you.
and murder.
Yeah.
So
Get them.
she's gonna go over here, and she's gonna have, she has 2 fucking Bloodlust attacks and then a new multi-attack. Alright, take these
Get
guys.
it, girl.
That's a critical.
Oh my god!
Oh.
Critical range is gross.
Oh
This is one
yeah.
of those episodes that would have
It's
all
gross
that
enough,
animation
babe.
budget.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Dead.
Jesus
Holy
Christ.
crap! She cleared out that hallway.
She has 140 feet of movement left.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's gonna come up here, dart to the side, and like a frenzied animal come up behind that guy.
Dude,
And you guys thought you summoned Berserker.
I was just watching her in
So
awe.
she
like,
got a nat
holy
20 on
shit,
that. She got a
Suzume.
nat 20 on that.
Yo, you're starting to
Oh.
What a turn for Suzume.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
this is gross.
It's so good.
So remember when we were afraid of this room?
Yo,
Yeah.
this place.
You're
Right?
incapacitated.
David
You're
and Malcolm had the right idea.
They're just mind flayers, guys.
They're just squishy squid people. Whatever, guys.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Get him, bitch!
And he's stunned.
Oh no!
Crit. 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 Crit.
It's stunned. It is a
He's
crit.
done.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Jeez.
I just picture them exploding like watermelons every time.
You may not like it, but this is what peak efficiency looks like.
Yeah, bitch! Dude, I just want the one in the middle to be like, perhaps a new deal.
So Isla,
I want to fucking follow that. Fuck you.
well that's good because
Okay,
you're
so-
stunned. This large squiddy boy appears.
It's the thing
Oh,
we
that's
gotta
not
kill.
That's not an elder brain.
Yay.
This lovely boy appears.
Oh, it's fucking Cthulhu.
Star spawn of Cthulhu.
All right.
Oh,
Wait, get it, David. It's on your list. I
Yeah, we
guess.
don't have
Saw you,
anything
bro.
done.
go.
And you know, just because it's sort of the theme of today,
No.
it casts greater invisibility on itself and disappears. And then uses a bonus action. Then uses a bonus action to go somewhere. So, Gesk is gonna go. Oh, Gesk is dead. Ian's gonna go.
Who's dead?
It's gonna go.
2 more of these guys appear.
Great.
They don't have names.
These are the ones to be feared.
So Molt Khan is going to rush forward and try to take a chomp out of David, and by chomp I mean tentacles.
He's gonna needle stab you in the head.
Not nice.
Tentacles.
My head.
He's attacking you. You take psychic damage. You take it. You are now grappled. I can't stun you any more than you are, but let's just for the fun of it. So why not? It's not like it. And then he goes for a second attack.
God.
Here he goes. That's a hit.
That's weird that he hit.
I know,
so
it's so
weird.
strange. Let's do that in save real quick. All right, so
Jesus fucking Christ.
remember when you guys were like, "Oh, this is gonna be terrible," and then briefly like, "Oh, this is easy," and then you were.
And then it became terrible again. You fucking cursed us, Spencer!
I think of the old
As
flash
it's
photography
You thought it
gig
was
we
gonna
had.
be 2, Logan.
As it's grabbing into you, it's just like in your mind, you just hear it being like,
You shouldn't have underestimated us. Our bodies may be frail, but our minds are sharp.
it's gonna go ahead and cast Disintegrating Gaze. It's gonna use that on Ian real quick.
Oh no.
What?
I
What'd I
know
say?
you're all excited for Vestige, but do you really want to start?
It's a big hit. That's
Like, come on.
It's okay. He's got more health than most of you right now. And then then you're gonna roll a con save, which is DC 20, real
Be
fast.
disintegrated.
Versus more damage and an effect. You succeeded because you're ridiculous.
Oh, thank God!
Oh,
Just beat the
Jesus.
DC.
It's true.
Oh.
So you feel like something tries to pull your form apart, but you resist it.
Dan has like fucking. How much health do you have?
Yep.
I haven't looked because I don't want to break my own heart.
Fucking one of these things is just like sucking on the back of her head, and she's like, "Just let it happen. Just let it go. Just let me go, everyone."
Fucking bye, Diane. Jesus.
Anybody want to use inspiration?
I have advantage on it anyway, so.
I don't have any inspiration left. I kind of.
I'm already grappled.
Almost,
fuck
it
it.
almost made it to your
I
turn,
have no
Malice. It
inspiration.
almost did.
You're not
Don't worry.
Oh, right.
You're fine.
I moved.
Yeah, you moved. You're fine. Yep.
Help.
Fuck it.
Help. Help.
And all right, boof.
Oh!
thank God!
I've got inspiration now, bitch.
Yeah, you do gain inspiration, and Isla gain an inspiration.
Oh, hell yeah! I'm back up to full! Yeah!
It's not in any quantifiable means, but I feel as if I just aided them somehow.
Alright.
We all look at each other, see that we're all fine. That's what inspires us.
There we go.
Intelligence save, Diane.
Okay. Intelligence. All right.
You are still stunned.
Heck.
I'm so fucked.
Servant's going to go. The servant is going to try to use extract brain on Isla.
Fuck
Good
off.
luck. There's not a lot in there.
Disadvantage, because there's not a lot in there.
Yeah, right. I can't find it.
That's a hit. So,
Oh no! Oh, this is gonna be so bad!
here comes 10d10 piercing damage.
Oh, fuck!
There's the brain stab.
You feel like it raises its head up and the tentacles split apart to reveal this like toothy maw that latches onto your skull. You feel teeth burrowing through your skin and into the back of your head. It doesn't make it through the skull,
Oh, fuck.
but it's pretty clear what it's trying to do to you.
Say goodbye to you ladies, because I dead. I have one request. It's probably going to be a dying request. If we die, the next fucking episode has to be called Sausage Party. I demand it.
Goes for a second attack and misses. As you go, another bolt of water comes out and explodes, summoning another mind flare.
God
I
damn it!
swear to God, do not.
No. You leave him alone. I'll fucking kill you.
And who rushes up to David?
Damn it! He's dead!
Goes for an attack, misses. Goes for an attack, hits.
That's it. My commands will kill them all.
You take 19 damage from the hit and are grappled. And then I need you to make an intelligence save. You succeed. You are not stunned.
Yes!
I'm so proud of you!
I get to do things!
I mean, there's still other ones that might be able to stun you.
Shut up!
Spencer.
I'll just smite, rather.
Island
Or-
Dave
yeah, I'll
just
just smite.
fucking beating the shit out of it with their swords, and it's like, go, tigers!
Go Tigers! Die.
It died.
Fucking die. Get out of there. Go, tigers, indeed!
There was no way he was gonna live from that.
Oof.
Thank you, baby.
I get you. I understand.
Sorry for him to punish me. Punish me,
Oh, shit.
Ooh, I'm into
Punish
it.
me, Daddy.
Hell
God
yeah.
damn it!
You.
So hot!
Alright, Diane,
I have
roll
to
me.
watch out for those maneuvers next
Roll
time.
me an intelligence save, Diane.
I get you.
This would be so much worse if I didn't have the headband up intellect on right now. I just want to point that out.
Oh, no.
Why did you say anything?
It'd be
I
so
didn't
much
wanna
worse.
participate in this fight anyway.
You, Suzume. She's also going to try to. Come on, Suzume.
We can't
Say
do
psych,
anything.
dude. Say psych.
She's still.
Ah! Can I give her my last inspiration?
If you want to do that, I'll let you do that.
All right, she can have that.
Alright,
Reroll that.
she's gonna
bitch,
try to
Suzume,
reroll.
please.
Here she goes.
you.
She got an 11.
God damn it!
Susie, come on!
I will offer
why?
you one other chance. I will let you roll it, and I'll add her modifier. Roll me.
Roll a d20.
Yeah, roll a d20. Since it's your inspiration, I'll be a nice. Oh wow!
Yeah!
Oh, that's so much better!
That's the DC.
That's the DC just on its own. Suzume finally snaps out of it. Like, okay, where? I see some, but most are gone, and these ones are okay. That's a lot's happened. I also need you to make an intelligence save. Do you want? Is there anything you want to throw? Can you throw anything on top of that? I don't think you can.
I don't have any inspiration at the moment.
And you are stunned.
Fuck, it finally got me!
All right.
To be fair, you had a really good run.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You had an
I don't
amazing
think I
run of
How
no
many other
stun.
mind shit has done anything to
I
me?
don't think I've had it turn.
Oh,
And it's
You
going
have
to.
not.
Oh, Diane. No, you haven't.
Ian, it is your turn. Roll me an intelligence save. You're free from being stunned, but that is your turn.
Hooray!
Oof.
Neat.
Emboth is gonna go. He's like, why won't my psychic power recharge? Yeah.
Is he just hanging out there so he recharges his thing?
He's going to try to dominate monster on Diane.
Fuck off!
Since you are currently in a state of you're currently stunned, it's not going to consider the issue of allies.
Also, why do I have a 2 in strength right now?
I
Yeah,
don't.
why?
Logan.
Why is it targeting her?
Reasons.
She's stunned.
Why?
I don't know why you have a 2 in strength.
What the fuck?
You're supposed to have like 12, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know what happened there, but you're good now. Diane, you were just a feeble-minded feebleton.
I'm boner roonied.
Now your mind belongs to.
What?
All right, and now, so Diane, you are charmed by this
What
thing.
is that?
This
And
particular
stunned.
thing you'll find out on your turn.
And stunned.
On the upside, you're still stunned.
I
Yeah,
hate you all.
which makes it your turn.
Die!
No, I want to kill him!
This is for killing David!
No, I want to kill him for killing David! I'll kill you!
David was my
Around the corner. David and Yormir sitting their swords out like, maybe we should give him a second.
You fucking take this from me,
boy!
Deco!
We were gonna have adventures after this, and you took that from me. Anyway, no.
I'm really happy that my friends are so upset about my death.
Attack.
This is bullshit,
That's a miss.
Deco. I fucking hate
Second
you.
attack.
That's a hit.
Gonna hit him.
He did.
Yay!
Oh, hooray!
I leave him in 2. For David.
First
Or-
the demon, and now this. You couldn't let me have this?
No, because I don't want him to get another turn and stun everyone.
Diane,
Especially
please
a
roll
monster
me an
with flight.
intelligence check. Or save.
Come on, Diane, girl. Girl!
Diane girl, no!
Do you want to
Diane,
use?
girl.
Do you want to use an inspiration?
Yeah, I only have 1. Okay.
I think Logan wants you to stop being stunned so he can have you attack me.
No, you're still stunned.
Attack you, more like attack. Oh, I don't know. Who to murder?
Who to murder, indeed.
Me. Do it. Do what the mind flayers can't.
I killed Diane. No, now
Oh
is
my
the
God.
time. Get rid of this one.
This one that's fucking nomming on Ian before it extracts his brain. I can get him, boy. Oh, nice. Get him.
It's a super hit.
Stop chewing on children.
That's a critical. One
Lancer,
sec.
you're Gaelic.
Serving critical. You get. All your attacks are gonna deal yet an additional D12.
Oh my god.
So let
You
me
gross
go.
bitch.
Boop, and go ahead and roll your damage.
Gross.
Thanks for smiting my enemies, Spear Dad.
Thanks,
Never
Spear
call me
Daddy.
that again.
Spear Daddy.
Let's do it.
Over,
Weird.
Spear Daddy.
over to Big Chungus.
Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't like being called that.
Good die.
All
That's
his
you
crap
missed.
out.
How?
You hit,
Hell yeah.
and that's and it has lost its.
Hey, you're no
lost its
longer
dominant
dominated.
monster.
Now you're just stunned.
Nobody will ever. Nobody will ever even know it
I
happened.
love to think like Diane frozen in place, staring dead ahead, looking at Isla. Her eyes slowly narrow. He like gets hit. They slowly unnarrow.
and nobody ever knew.
I want to just like yell at Lancer. Fucking Lancer, do you know if David's okay? And that's my
Yep.
All right, I'll accept
Are
the
you
yep.
going to tell me if he's okay?
David, it's your turn.
So, alright. I am going to... Oh shit, there's
As you
another
move, I figured I'd tell you about this because it's been in plain sight. As you move down the hall, another splash of water causes another one of these things to teleport in.
one. Alright. You ready? You want me?
Damn right.
Alright.
I'm up
And...
I'm in.
They've been feeding me grain, like just grain. I want to go.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
you're ready.
made him ready to
I want to leave! I'm going to,
Grain paste, like it's already grain. Why go through the trouble? It's going to float a bit away from you, and it is going to, or sorry, before it actually floats away, it's going to attack. It's going to go ahead and attempt an attack on. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. It's gonna use Crushing Claws to try to hit Suzume. Goes for an attack, misses. It's gonna use Dimensional Stomp to try to hit Isla. And hits. Isla, you're gonna take 2d20 damage, plus 7 damage from that.
2d20?
You take 30 damage, or 32 damage from that total.
Did you say 2d20?
I did.
2d20.
What a weird, what a weird unit, right?
Oh,
Oh my
I'm
god!
so excited because Isla was so upset about the David death, and now David gets to be so upset about the actual Isla death.
So
I'm
it's
so
going to
excited.
it's going to
You're not
float.
allowed to
It's
die.
going to float
I
away.
told Doll.
Then those two attacks will have happened, and then it's going to use Disintegrating Gaze, which recharged, and it's going to aim that at Suzume, and it fires, and it got a nat 20. So Suzume, enjoy this. Enjoy fucking 99 damage.
Oh,
And then
gross.
and then she has to make a con save. She succeeds, thank God. But
Was
yeah,
that
she
another stun effect?
that would have been a she's turned into gas until a certain period, and if she doesn't, and if she keeps failing the save, it just stays that way effect. But yeah, Suzume, her physical form actually deconstructs temporarily and then reforms as if her spirit form was almost blown apart by this thing. Once it
Stop trying to die, you idiot.
But it'll be tragic and great.
Said, don't do it. Yeah, okay, so I handed the potion. It's like, please, for the love of God, drink this. You can't die before I apologize.
I've got to kill her now. And roll an intelligence save.
God, come on, Diane. Come on, girl. We're all,
Does
we're
the
all
power of
cheering
friendship
for
give
you.
her advantage?
Oh,
Oh, damn it!
it's
That's one below.
away.
It's one too low.
I
But
just
what about the
imagine
power
she
so
like
painful.
she just looks at Malaclips and there's a moment where she's coming out of it and then she just gets sucked right back in and goes.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay, it's fine. No, I mean, I didn't want you to wake up or anything. You know, I'm not going through something right now. I'm kidding.
1, 2,
Oh
3,
Jesus.
4,
Going through
5,
me. No,
6.
I don't know what to do. The rules are telling me I can't get out of it.
So Malaclips,
Oh.
splash.
Ah!
Leave him the hell alone.
I
There's
hate
no
these
way.
things so
There's
much.
If I could
no
turn
way.
my face to look at you, but I would.
And
Only Logan has that power right now.
and mind blast. Diane.
Diane!
Oh my god.
All my characters are cursed in some way.
The lightest nosebleed begins.
No.
Top of the turn order. There's only one with a name left alive, and you guys don't know where he is. He fucking vanished a while ago.
Basted.
Yeah,
Oh,
who
he's still
cares about him,
around?
let's be honest.
Yeah, he's still around.
Dang
Oh.
old coward.
I hope he's a coward. Stay out of the way.
Crosect couldn't dominate Monster Ian, and so he just kind of went off behind a wall and was like, bye.
Well, that was my one thing, so...
He's just been hiding, waiting for his mind blast to recharge.
Well, death awaits me if I stay out there.
He's actually, I'm gonna be honest, he has been comically close to you guys, just walking behind corners, being like, I'm gonna get you. Just when I get my ability back, I'm gonna take you down. Whenever he shows up again, I'll show you what he did, where he went.
I can eat your brain. I'm gonna get your brain.
That's, alright.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
And he is dead.
Oh yeah, fuck you, you dead.
He shows up, mind blasts you, and then a halberd goes through his back and out his front. Hello!
Fuck off!
Come on!
Just go.
Here I go! To death!
This is ridiculous, man.
This is like hallway tactics, but like worse.
This is comical at this point.
Suzume is stunned!
Fucking like day.
Sesame!
The mindful air laughs hysterically. You just hear the very and it's going to run up that way.
The equivalent of pushing someone over.
Bitch.
Boozle 2.0.
Please.
Suzume is going to roll intelligence.
Suzume, please.
She nat 1. He's just been coasting around being like, can't find me. Behold my infinite mind flares.
His invisibility will wear off.
It will eventually, and then he may just recast it.
I hate him.
Logan, why would you
Suzume,
be so
get up by that
cruel?
point so you can count.
I don't know. I don't know why I'm so cruel.
Lancer, you fucking answer me!
David, what up?
Alright. So, I guess I'll just keep blasting him.
Do it.
'Cause I gotta
Blast
stay
him.
in range with this boy.
And he's dead.
Die! Yes! Alright.
Isla, as you're angrily looking at Ian, something crushes him from behind.
Oh, fuck. Now, when you say crush,
That's 29 damage. And then it's going to attempt to dimensional stomp you, so it then goes for that. It misses that one. And then it's going to use its disintegrating gaze, which it just recharged again. And hit with a 32.
oh,
You take 5d12 more damage.
Oh, you're alive still! Hooray!
Holy hell.
And then you need to make a con save, which you're making, which you fail.
Oh no!
Oh.
So,
It's gonna happen right in front of Isla's eyes.
you're not going to take the damage immediately. It hits you, it slams you into the ground, lifts you up, tries to crush you again. And then there's this flash of light, and then where Ian was, Ian isn't.
oh
You
my
saw your
God.
brother get disintegrated.
Ian, so Ian, you're as affected by the gaseous form spell, and you can't change back unless you succeed the saving throw, which you will remake at the end of every turn. And if this kills you, if you're reduced to 0 hit points by this is permanent, and you will die.
Izzy. Why is it always you?
I don't know. I didn't do anything like stupid this time, right?
Do I gotta go commission more art? Like what's going on?
He's then going to bonus action Misty Step out.
I was having a bad day.
I'm having a terrible day.
Remember when you said you were gonna die at the session, Gary?
You're the only one who's gonna live.
You have to bear witness. Someone has to tell the story.
Izzy, I swear to God, if you fucking die.
Do I make this roll now?
Yep, make a con save.
Okay. Here it goes.
Looking to get a 20 or higher, which I think you can.
Thank God.
That's a 20 or higher!
Now,
That's definitely higher.
now I need to check if you immediately come back if you succeed, or if this is just something you're gonna have to deal with on an ongoing basis. Let's see, disintegrating gaze. Success. Yep. Okay. You're back.
Turn to mist for like a fucking couple seconds.
He's disintegrated for a moment and then returns.
I just like reform like Dr. Manhattan.
When you disappeared, I was angry. When you come back, Isla has like tears in her eyes.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, am I allowed to like hit him and be like, what the fuck? You're not allowed to die until I get to apologize to you!
Sure.
Would it be okay if we hugged right now?
As you do that, as you like are doing that, you just hear a larger like a choir of voices in your head just going,
You all should not have come here.
and that is the extent of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to squash you like the meaty bugs you are.
Diane, roll an intelligence save.
Because I feel like it's rude that I'm not looking at
Oh! Come on! Dude, the amount that I just want Diane to be unstunned and then kill it. That's all I want. I want her to get this kill.
You guys like
She
kill it and
deserves
end the
it.
battle, and then she just wakes up like, ah, okay, let's get him.
I'm
Where'd all the mind flayers go?
have a stroke.
Oh my fucking god, no.
Loads violin with malicious intent.
Logan, I swear to god.
Oh my god!
So let's talk for a second about the journey that Crow Sect has been on. So here's what Crow Sect has been up to this entire time. He went up this way and then did some stuff with Ian, then was like, nope, alright, I'm gonna go there. And then he went down to there, and then here, and then went down to here, and then spent a turn hiding down here. And then came up, then as soon as you guys were gone, he came up to here, and he like hid here, and then while Malaclips and them were fighting, he was legitimately just sitting right here, being like, I hope they don't see me. And then you left, and he's like, aha! The time has come!
Fucking Adventures of Crow Sect over here.
Well played. Have at me. You're the one who
Goodbye,
took me out.
Diane.
Fuck you.
Look, I did everything I could.
I think I'm going to have a stroke. I really think.
Tentacle attack. Hit. Attack.
I'm actually losing my marbles.
Fucking Malcolm walks away. He just sneaks out like cartoon tiptoe style, like da-da-da.
I really shouldn't find this funny, but I've been evading death all day.
You have to find it funny, otherwise you'll just be sad.
Nom nom
The
nom.
only way.
Nom 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 nom.
You guys were thinking that a supreme healing potion was too much.
Jesus Christ, I know.
Lancer.
I just don't know what to do.
Am I aware of this?
I'm gonna say yes.
Eh.
All right.
This is. You
Brett's
hit.
having a mental breakdown because of you, Logan.
I know! Logan, a human being, Logan!
I'm breaking down. I'm breaking
Sex
down.
is like, no, it can't end this way.
No.
Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Can't end this way.
Oh my god.
Can't believe you've broken someone. You absolute sack.
Oh, Cossack went on a journey. This is why they have names, so that I can be like, I know specifically what Crosect has been doing.
Maybe I should walk out into the hurricane tomorrow.
I think you'd survive. You've fucking proven that nothing can kill you.
Yeah.
Fucking that happens, and he's just like looking at Malaclips, just like,
I will crush you. Looks up. Was that Crosect?
Oh no, you're being dominated.
you've been dominated.
Oh shit! I'm normally into that. I get that. I
Crying
get
that
that,
her brother
Lila.
is still alive, and then it's like, fuck you.
Yep.
So you are going to next turn. It's going to do something very specific with you, but this turn it's just going to have you attack Ian. So I'm going to go ahead and roll an attack roll from you to Ian.
Oh, you don't make. Oh, interesting.
As they're hugging.
Oh,
Ian, as you give the potion and you give the potion, you're like, ah, cool, thanks, good. And you guys are like having a moment, and she's like, I'm so glad you're alive. And then she brings the flaming sword down on you.
Oh,
I don't want to be the thing that kills
I would
It's a good
also
thing you don't
prefer
have
that.
multi-attack is the thing.
This like just gives me nostalgia for that cave filled with rats when it was the other way around.
I remember. Its turn, so it's gonna attack Malaclips. Seed, it's going to try to disintegrate you. So it's gonna try to hit you. It fires. It hits. I will roll half damage on this. Click. And it's going to deal 5d12 necrotic. Blast you with it. And then I need to have you make a con save, which I roll, and you failed. So now, Lancer, you see Malaclips get blasted into dust.
This is the worst game.
I think it's the best game.
I disappeared.
Hit.
I just got myself fucking disintegrated. Now David thinks I died.
David, you see him get disintegrated.
Do I hear him screaming now?
Yeah, you're dominated on that. Yormir, your turn.
Hi, I'm gonna rush up to where David is.
Okay.
And then see a giant thing.
And then further, because you can dash.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna see a huge thing. It'll be like, something big to kill.
I'm gonna give you a life hack here. I'm gonna give you a life hack. If you stand next to Diane, you might be able to do some good.
Yeah, please. Hey, Eric. Jennifer, you're my dead boyfriend. Help me.
Drink it. You fucking fool.
Use heal on yourself, you fucking idiot! Oh, you used a spell! Fuck, god damn it!
It's a spell.
I'll give you a potion next time!
I'll do both. Let's
Okay,
drink
This
that
is fun.
sweet greater healing potion for that night.
that's a good
No, that was actually quite good. Yeah.
Dude, considering what it is, that's a really good roll. Holy shit.
Alright, you guys done?
Okay. Yeah. It's like, are you normal again? You still want to kill me?
I mean, less than I did a minute ago.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think. Cool.
Okay.
If you'd waited a turn, it would have just dominated you entirely and then would have made you fireball the ground, completing the circle of this campaign from whenever Ian was taken over. Damn, I really wish I could have done that.
You would have actually murdered us.
Yeah, man! That would have been great! Yormir! The monster has fired a hostile cloud of gas at you! He just punches it. So, go ahead. You have advantage on con. Go ahead and roll.
Yep, here we go.
Come on. You can do this.
No, guys, it's fine. This is where Jean was meant to die.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Nope.
You don't get to die here.
This is where Jean was meant to die, guys.
Alright, so here comes the damage. Here it comes, and...
It's 5d12, right?
Yep. Oh,
How many
Jean!
hit points do you have?
Holy shit, dude!
Diane!
How
Click, put a 5 in the modifier window and roll me an intelligence save.
Get Blue to stop talking because I can't see when I'm crying. I understand!
Oh my god.
Well, on the upside, if he dies, he won't be able to kill steal anymore.
You're free!
do I really kill Still when everyone does the most damage?
Diane, you finally snap to. There are piles of illithid corpses surrounding you. You can't move. That's the end of your turn.
Hey, you know what's really upsetting as well?
What?
That would have saved if Yormir wasn't there.
Yeah, it's true.
Kill it, Suzume!
She's gonna turn. She's gonna do a
Sorry.
4th level spell slot, and she's gonna sword storm where it is. Make a dex save, you floating bastard. Failed.
Die!
Oh, it took the damage. It resisted it because it's all slashing, but it did take the damage. It doesn't look like it's doing too terribly well.
Hi, Isla.
Oh my god!
We found it.
Oh my god, I thought you were dead!
You did? Oh.
I didn't know what happened.
Oh.
I got really upset, and then I wanted to kill the thing that killed you, and then Malakop's killed it instead!
Okay, cool. We'll talk about this later. I gotta kill the thing. Alright.
I gotta kill the thing that killed Malaclips.
Now's the time to use this spell. Now's the time! It will still take half damage from this, I believe. Yes, it will. Good.
What are you casting?
Finger of death!
Kill him! Die!
Damn it! Did it die?
It did not die.
But it's finger of death! You're supposed to die!
Boozle agrees from beyond the grave.
Damn it!
It's going to bonus action Misty Step down to here and say hello.
Oh no.
So, you-
God,
Right
fuck
where I want
off.
you.
I just got back. Don't do anything, you bitch.
And it's gonna go
Within
crushing
punching
claws.
range.
Crushing claws on David. It doesn't like seeing you. Boof.
Why? But I was so friendly to him.
It's gonna go dimensional stomp on Isla and way hit.
Kill me.
Kill
I
me.
can't watch David die again.
Dexterity save from Isla.
Oh god.
It is going to.
Isla!
I'm so dead.
Isla, you are teleported elsewhere. You are teleported literally up to here.
Fuck. Alright.
Boof. And then. Disintegrating Gaze. It is going to
It
cast.
has it back?
Yeah, it's using legendary actions to recharge it every round.
Ugh.
And it's going to do that on Eeny, Meeny, Miny.
Someone
David.
who's
It didn't even kill you! Oh, that was lucky. Alright, now we need to have you make a con save. Con save. You are.
we had a good run, Malak.
We'll have our adventures in the afterlife.
Someone kill it before it takes a. Oh wait, I don't know if it'll
It
drop
doesn't,
if he
I don't
dies
think
though.
it's gonna help.
Yormir.
Alright, it's punching time.
Yormir, kill it!
I'm gonna.
Kill it, Yormir!
Listen up.
Please.
The plan is simple.
As a friend of mine once said.
If anyone fucking you, please.
I'm gonna.
Oh, come on.
And I'm gonna punch this bitch. So
Fucking
hard.
die, please.
Yeah!
Oh
You're the biggest smite you have!
I'ma see what. Okay, so drawing. This is double damage, and target is blinded until its next turn. So if you hit
the
it,
biggest smite you have!
I'm using 4th level Divine Smite.
okay.
Come on. Die, you bastard.
Die!
You aren't targeting it. I will apply that to it.
Okay.
Oh.
How do you want to do this? How do you want to do this?
Before I die.
I'm gonna go up to whatever fucking semblance of a jaw this thing has, and fucking. This is for my friends! And fucking punch its jaw straight fucking off.
It is, you punch it, its various mandibles are broken and twisted as you strike it. Holy energy burns along your arm, which you release straight into where its mouth should be. It lights up and expands from the inside, and beams of radiant energy shoot out the back of it, and then just the entire backside of it blasts open. And it's as it falls back into the water, it just lets out, in all of your minds, lets out a,
My influence won't end here. It won't end.
and it falls into the water, and its body seems to just merge into the water and vanish.
Fucking shaking. Like, it's so bad.
Listen, you guys can make sure that David lives. All I have to do is get rid of me.
So, Ian, do the
Shut
roll.
the fuck up.
He didn't roll for anything. He used Greater Restoration, which means he doesn't heal him.
Oh,
and I
that's-
don't
oh,
think it
sorry.
turns him
Yeah,
back
no,
into
you
a
wrong thing.
person.
You wrong
Oh,
thing.
you saw
Yeah,
it.
you
Yeah,
did the wrong
sorry.
thing. Yeah.
Brain was in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Yeah, heal. Not
Oh,
greater
heal. Not,
restoration.
Yeah.
that makes so much more sense. I was not going to say anything, but I was like, I'm going to feel really bad because I'm going to have to tell
You're
you
gonna
this
have
does
to be
nothing.
like, well, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
Damn.
Jean, you get 70 hit points
That's what I
back.
meant.
Diane,
I'm like walking into the.
can
cloud
I
of
just say,
David.
Diane,
Yeah.
time to save David's life definitively on no uncertain terms.
I know.
You
I
just
walk
saw.
up-
Remember this moment as it's about to happen.
Yeah. He's gonna owe you so much.
I like walk into the cloud of David. Just
David
cover my
And you
mouth a
breathe
little
him
bit.
in and eat him.
Go, let her,
I'm-
what are you doing?
Start playing my violin, which I'm gonna flavor text is the cure wounds. I don't know. I just want it to. And it's gonna be a 9th level cure wounds.
Oh.
That is,
You will owe your entire life and some to me.
She's not gonna let you forget that shit.
all right, so in that
I
case,
might
with
not
a
even
9...
tell you I do this, but you
Oh, he knows.
definitely will owe
He's
your
aware.
life.
I'm
I'd be aware of this.
You're not allowed to die, even though I think you're an asshole.
And you have it.
Would make Isla sad if he died.
That is the full gambit of Diane's
like
actions.
Isla.
I will assume we move
That's all I can
on.
do for you.
All right, it's his turn. So Isla, you know how you're up
Isla
at the
did
top of
kill
the map,
David.
right?
Where am I? Where am I? What happened?
Boo.
Oh my god. Oh,
Oh no!
fuck, I'm dead. I'm dead. This is it, boys.
Oh, fuck.
It-
No, no,
it
no.
Runs at you,
I'm at least taking one of you with me.
and he's rushing at you. He attacks. He hits. Psychic
boys.
damage. Intelligence save. You nat 20.
Not out of the woods
You're
yet.
not out of the woods
Is
yet.
she
He's
smart
right.
enough to? Is she smart enough with that nat 20 to call out for help?
I
would
will.
be, yeah.
You guys all collectively hear a yelp. Next attack, 18. Attack. You are not
Oh
dead.
my god. 6 points.
Intelligence save. Oh, that didn't do it. Intelligence. Nat 1. Isla, do you want to use that inspiration?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes. Oh.
Roll standard.
Very generous.
You are okay. I am very generous because a lot has happened today.
Yeah.
You see Suzume skid out over this way. And she is going to... She can't quite get to it. She's going to fire just a bunch of blade beams in place of her attacks. So, I'll just roll them all. Okay, that's a nat 1. Good start. Second one.
It's Isla, she dies.
Hit. I'll just roll them until. Hit. And... Hit. Alright, so that's all those. So, piercing.
Okay.
So Isla, as this thing's attacking you, it like raises its tentacles. Again, you hear in the back of your head,
I'm taking one of you with me.
and then you just hear a and you look down, and you see that several red blades are penetrating through its back, out through its chest, and it just falls to the ground in front of you. And you see Suzume standing off, like, having just skidded to a halt over there with her hand up, having summoned them. I think this may have been my favorite encounter of the entire campaign. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It's been the most stressful.
It was a goddamn roller coaster.
You get down there, you're just within view of seeing if David dies or doesn't. David!
Most important role of the game. Here we go.
And
I'm sorry,
David,
34 to live.
David reforms.
He'll walk over to Diane and just hug her.
Yeah, no, she like immediately drops her violin and is just hugging him really tight.
This is fucking beautiful.
Are you okay, Sean?
Thank you.
Guys,
Sweet.
guys, everybody, okay? Guys.
Hey guys, let
Sorry.
let this whole thing happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for treating you like shit this entire time, Diane.
I kinda, you know what, I'm not even gonna, I'm so glad you're okay. Jesus
Same.
Christ. You can't keep scaring Isla like this, fuck.
I have a
She
bad
says in
tendency to do
clear
that.
distress, crying her fucking eyes out.
I have a very bad habit of that. Yeah.
And on the note of them sobbing beautifully into one
I'm gonna
another's
go hug Ian.
shoulders, I believe it's time.
Oh,
Hug Ian!
How you hug Ian?
Yeah.
Unvalid.
8 hours later.
Right over here, hugging no one.
Well, and that is game. All right.
Oh my God.
And on that note, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you guys when that next game.
Goodbye. We love you.